Fresh linen cooling by the window, coffee blooming dark and warm, soft jazz spinning through the apartment like shelter from the storm. Morning light across the mirror, golden dust upon the floor, nothing calling for my attention, nothing I need to hurry for. Steam is rising from the French press, slow like breathing after rain. Plants are leaning toward the sunlight while the city wakes again. Hair tied loose, oversized sweater, bare feet crossing wooden lines. Funny how these quiet moments can make a restless heart feel kind. Maybe peace was never complicated. Maybe I just forgot how soft life could be. Fresh linen morning, French press on the table side, soft trumpet through the silence and nowhere else to dry. Fresh linen morning, jazz floating low and sweet. Maybe happiness is simply giving tired hearts a place to breathe. Beside the pillow, half-read dreams between the pages. Outside sirens chase the daylight, but this room moves slower than time. I'd spent years trying to outrun stillness, thinking rest was something earned. Now I watch the pale light shifting and finally feel my shoulders turn soft. The rain no longer feels lonely, the silence no longer feels empty. There is something healing in letting ordinary mornings be enough. Warm coffee, clean sheets, a slow song playing softly, and a heart no longer asking for more. Golden sunlight on the wall, piano echoing through the quiet like no sadness here at all. Fresh linen morning, stay a little longer now. Let this calm and gentle feeling teach my soul to settle down. French press cooling by the window, vinyl humming soft and blue. Nothing extraordinary happened, and somehow the whole world felt new. I thought the morning would return with all the thoughts I couldn't turn. The same old weight behind my eyes, the same gray clouds across the sky. But sunlight slipped between the blinds and softened all the noise inside. The room felt open, still and warm, like I had stepped outside the storm. No voice demanding I explain, no need to carry every pain. Just quiet floating through the air, like peace had always waited there. Today arrived like quiet rain, soft enough to ease the strain. It didn't ask me to be strong or tell me where I should belong. Something in the gentle light made the whole world feel less tight, and every breath I slowly take feels easier somehow today. Slow jazz playing low and sweet, like soft footsteps down the street. Every note just fades away, like tired shadows turning gray. I used to wake and brace myself, like calm belonged to someone else. But now the rhythm of the dawn feels like a place I can lean on. Maybe healing comes this way, not all at once but day by day, like morning colors drifting through and teaching tired hearts what's true. Today arrived like quiet rain and washed away the hidden strain. No pressure hanging from my chest, no need to outrun my unrest. The air around me feels so wide, like there's no reason left to hide. And somewhere in this softer glow, I finally let myself move slow. Soft guitar beneath blue skies, coffee steam and sleepy eyes, bird song floating through the breeze, like the ocean through the trees. And maybe peace is not a place, but simply giving ourselves grace to stand inside a quiet hour and let the silence heal our heart. Today arrived like quiet rain and nothing needed to explain. I didn't have to chase the light or make the whole world feel alright. This gentle feeling in my soul moves softly like the river's flow. And maybe this is all I need, a slower day, a heart at ease. The morning drifts along, like a soft jazz song. And maybe life feels lighter when we stop trying to hold it all again. Morning air outside the café, cool against the warming street. Someone grinding fresh espresso to a soft, familiar beat. Sunlight slipping down the windows onto tables worn and round, while the city starts its humming, low and easy all around. Nothing trying to be profound, still there's comfort in these sounds. The smell of coffee in the air, jazz and sunlight everywhere. Every little note and breeze moves the morning patiently. The smell of coffee in the air makes the whole day feel more clear, like the world can slow its pace for a minute in this place. Someone reading by the counter, turning pages slow and light. Brush drums moving through the speakers left behind from yesterday night. Saxophone above the chatter, warm and low and slightly worn. Funny how a quiet cafe can make ordinary mornings feel reborn. Maybe peace is not a grand idea. Maybe peace is simply here. The smell of coffee in the air, steam still rising from the chair. Every passing laugh and line falls into the groove of time. The smell of coffee in the air, soft enough to make you care about the way the daylight glows, or how the gentle music flows. Before the deadlines and the trains, before the noise returns again, there's coffee, warmth, and drifting jazz, holding on to moments that don't last. The smell of coffee in the air, morning floating everywhere, jazz and sunlight staying low as another day begins to grow. Late morning sun on the table, coffee rings beside the news, jazz piano through the speakers. Nothing here I need to prove. Dish towel hanging by the doorway, blue shirt drying by the fan. Little things I barely notice somehow help me slow again. The day keeps moving, but I don't mind. Late morning sun on the table, soft jazz drifting through the room. Everything feels a little easier when I don't rush through. Late morning sun on the table, warm light falling on my hands. Maybe peace is something simple. Maybe this is all it is. Cars roll slowly past the window. Someone laughs out on the street. Neighbor watering their roses while the record skips a beat. Open notebook near the kettle, half a list I'll do someday. No pressure hiding in the silence, no need to hurry through the day. Sometimes the quiet moments are the ones that stay the longest. Late morning sun on the table, soft jazz floating with the air. Nothing big is really happening, still there's comfort everywhere. Late morning sun on the table, slow enough to let things land. A peaceful kind of ordinary that I finally understand. No grand changes, no dramatic scene, just coffee cooling slowly and a mind that feels clean. Maybe happiness looks smaller than I thought it had to be. A warm room and a little music is enough for me. Late morning sun on the table, jazz still turning soft and low. The whole apartment breathing slowly, like it doesn't need to know. Late morning sun on the table, nothing pulling me too far, just this calm and steady feeling, exactly where we are. Late morning sun on the table, coffee almost gone. Still the jazz keeps playing and the morning carries on. Ring light resting on the wall, soft jazz echoes through the hall. Coffee warming up my hands, like the day could understand. I didn't need to say a thing or hide beneath pretending. The silence wrapped around my heart, like it knew me from the start. No pressure drifting through the air, no voice saying I should care. Just curtains moving with the breeze, and peace arriving quietly. The morning stayed beside me today, in a soft and gentle way. It didn't ask me to be strong or tell me where I belong. Something in the golden light made my tired soul feel right, and every breath I slowly breathe feels easier to believe. Slow piano through the rain, like healing without a name. Every note just comes and goes, like the tide the ocean knows. I used to feel I had to hide every feeling deep inside, but now the rhythm of the dawn feels like a place I can lean on. Maybe peace is simply found in quiet moments all around, where nothing asks us to become more than what we are right now. The morning stayed beside me today, and let my heavy thoughts fade. No pressure hanging from my chest, no need to always be my best. The sunlight settled on my skin, like the world was letting me in. And somewhere in this slower time, my heart began to feel alive. Soft guitar beneath blue skies, steam from coffee drifting high, birds all moving through the trees, slowly dancing with the breeze. And maybe healing starts like this, a quiet moment we don't resist, a softer way to move along without pretending. be strong. The morning stayed beside me today, and somehow that became enough. I didn't need to fix the world or force myself through all the rush. This calm feeling inside my soul feels warmer than control. And maybe all I really needed was to feel understood, exactly where I stood. The morning moves so slow, like nowhere else to go. And maybe peace begins this way, when something quietly stays. Warm water and a quiet mirror, morning light upon the sink, hair tied loosely, coffee waiting, little space alone to think. Cream and sunlight on the counter, favorite sweater, sleepy eyes. Nothing perfect, nothing polished, still the morning feels alive. No need to become somebody new, just take good care of you. Soft things to start the day, slow jazz softly plays, every little gentle move brings me back into the room. Soft things to start the day, washing all the noise away. Coffee, sunlight, easy air, learning how to meet myself there. Steam still floating from the shower, music low beside the bed, skincare bottles catching sunlight, tiny colors warm and red, writing small notes in the kitchen, opening the window wide. Funny how these quiet rituals make the whole day feel more kind. Maybe peace is not a place, maybe peace is daily grace. Soft things to start the day, no need to rush away. Every breath and every sound sets my tired thoughts back down. Soft things to start the day, let the golden morning stay. Nothing heavy left to prove, just enough space to slowly move. You don't have to fix your whole life before the sunlight fills the room. Sometimes healing looks like jazz songs and making coffee for yourself at noon. Soft things to start the day, curtains dancing while jazz plays. One deep breath and morning light, everything will be alright. Coffee breathing in the air, quiet resting everywhere. I didn't wake up trying hard to become somebody more. No restless voice inside my chest knocking on another door. The curtains moved, the rain came down, slow jazz drifting through the town. And for the first time in a while, I let myself just stay a while. I was enough for this morning today. I let the pressure fade away. Didn't need to change my heart to deserve a softer start. Something in the golden light made the whole world feel less tight. And every breath I slowly breathe feels kinder underneath. Soft piano through the rain, like healing without a name. Every note just bends and sways like quiet oceans far away. I used to think I had to run to earn the warmth of the sun, but now the rhythm of the dawn feels like somewhere I belong. Maybe peace is not becoming every perfect thing we wanted. Maybe calm begins the day we stop pushing ourselves away. I was enough for this morning today, in a calm and easy way. No heavy shadow on my mind, no finish line I had to find. The city moves outside my door, but I don't fear it anymore. And somewhere in this softer hue, I finally believe it's true. Soft guitar beneath blue skies, steam from coffee drifting high, birdsong floating through the breeze like the ocean through the trees. And maybe healing sounds like this, a quiet moment we don't resist, to slow away, to move along without pretending to be strong. I was enough for this morning today, and somehow that became enough. I didn't need to prove a thing or force myself through every rush. This peaceful feeling in my soul feels warmer than control. And maybe all my heart required was one soft dawn to feel alive again. The morning fades so slow, like nowhere else to go. And maybe peace begins the day we finally let ourselves stay. Coffee to go beside the doorway, morning light upon the street. Taxi sounds and distant footsteps, slowly building up the beat. Jazz still playing from the kitchen, soft enough to almost fade. Like the room is gently holding every quiet moment we made. One more breath before the day begins, one more second standing still in this. One last sip before leaving, sunlight falling on the avenue. City waking up around me, and somehow I'm ready to. One last sip before leaving, warm cup resting in my hands. No dramatic dramatic revelation, just a feeling I understand. Keys and notebook in my shoulder bag, curtains moving with the breeze, tiny pieces of the morning following me quietly. Someone opens up the bakery, fresh bread drifting through the air, and the trumpet from the speaker feels like hope is waiting there. Nothing perfect, nothing solved, still I feel softer than before. One last sip before leaving, before the city moves too fast, keeping all this gentle music somewhere deep inside my chest. One last sip before leaving, morning shining clean and gold. Every little quiet ritual makes me stronger than I know. The world outside keeps turning, trains and traffic start to roll, but the calm I found this morning still moves slowly through my soul. One last sip before leaving, jazz fading soft behind the door, sunlight waiting on the sidewalk, and I'm smiling just a little more. Okay, now I think I'm ready for the day.